Hello all, welcome to more Bloodborne. I am on a boss, I forgot his name, but if you weren't here for the last video, I beat the host of nightmares, Mikolash is his name, and yeah, I don't know if this next boss is required or not. I just well, I assume he is, but he doesn't seem very hard. I'm just, like usual, just trying to get to learn him and his movesets and things. Okay. I also, I have an announcement, but I'll announce it in a little bit. Or maybe sooner than that. They killed me. If you are new here, I like to play games, hang out, talk about things like ADHD since I have it and it's affected my life in not the best way, talk about mental health because I work in mental health, and things like that, and just kind of use this to decompress and just talk really about any random thing. And the game I'm playing so happens to be Bloodborne, but I think I'm close to I looked it up and it said at this point, after defeating Mikolash, I'm like 85 to 90% through the game. And it said there's one more boss. I don't know how true that is. There's like one more boss if you go through one story and two more bosses if you go through another. I don't know which one I'm going through. And I realized I watched a lore video on Bloodborne. Like, there's there's like a lot more to this game than I thought. So I believe this is like the kind of game you can just play any way you want. But whatever way you play it, you can miss things, you can find all this cool stuff, you can bypass things at the same time, and there's a lot that I just missed and bypassed, so like I don't know what to do. I think I want to go back and explore things, but I don't know if I have the patience either. I think I kind of want to go through the main story game and then look at other people, what others did and whatnot, and see what's going on there. I think that's what I want to do. But while I'm fighting him, let me make my announcement. So I have not worked over in a minute because I haven't really had, well, I really haven't been working a lot and haven't had overtime work to do because I haven't been working that hard during the day. But I went back to like my strategy when I'm working of doing calls and things for clients during the day and then doing notes after work. That's one of my strategies to being more productive, and I think that's one reason why I actually feel better this week, because I talked about how my task initiation has been making things kind of difficult and it's been seeping into work. So I think the idea of just solely focusing on calls and client needs and things, like doing referrals, filling out paperwork for them, has been very, very much more beneficial than not. I'm noticing, and also being like a new month and being able to start over and whatnot. But that being said, I had the idea, why not do a live? Why not do a live this evening? And do like another body doubling live type thing where, you know, I set the timer for like 30 minutes, do my work, then play some games like Slay the Spire or Mechathon, things like that, and then get back to working. Make it fun, and it's gonna be a short live. It'll be a short one, and it'll consist of, yeah, just what I just said, like 30 minutes me working with a background playing, and we'll both be looking at like some kind of study with me background, something like that, and listening to the sounds too. And then I don't have any openings. And yeah, like I'm like going between like whether I should just open it with playing games and stuff first, or I think, you know, I think maybe I might want to open like a feelings check-in. I think it's gonna start at like 6:30 now, so I think I want to start it at 7 or 7:30. I want to get my room clean and stuff first, I think, so I can feel relatively organized. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I need to make dinner too, so I need to figure out, or maybe I can just make dinner while I'm doing the live. And I know people usually don't join my lives, and that's completely fine. I have fun on the lives anyway. I just, like, even if people, like, come in and then come out, like, or, like, stay for a bit. Okay. Just to hang out. That is fine with me. Or even if you don't say anything, or even if you come in and say hi, ask what are you doing, that is cool to me. Whenever I see people just jump in and jump out, even that makes me happy. So yeah, please do go in the live. It's gonna be, it might be 7:30 because I want it to kind of be late night, like kind of before bed, I think. But I think, like, I'm thinking of other things too to do for the live. Like, I'm thinking of doing a feelings check-in first. Or no, how about I just do, I don't know. No, probably not. Sorry, I like thinking talk at the same time. Probably not, because probably not. Or I might do a little feelings check-in, not like a full one. But I hope everyone has had a good Tuesday. Yes, today is Tuesday for me. If you're watching this during another time, today's Tuesday for me. It's like 6:30, and I got off work like 2 hours ago, drove through traffic and whatnot, got back home. And work today was, if anyone's new and don't know what I do, I'm a mental health care coordinator. So I work with a caseload of clients, like a big caseload, where, you know, I'm checking in on them, doing things for them, coordinating their appointments, setting up their appointments, giving them encouragement, things like that, any kind of advice, whatever they need. I'm their case manager. That's what I do. I've got my undergrad in psych, and I'm trying to get my master's in social work, so that's why I made this channel, or why I started posting on it. I made this years ago, a long time ago. I started posting on it and rebranded it, because my ultimate dream is to start my own practice, where I'm helping the people and population I really want to help, like people who, really, this just pertains to anyone, really. I'll try to get into it while I'm fighting him. Like people who have any kind of issues with emotional management, or just trying to live in the world and need some encouragement, or have any kind of mental illness and just don't know how to cope, because I've had my own struggles with mental illness. You can see that in like my spiraling videos, my depression videos. Like I went through an episode recently and I hate that I did, because it really sucked, and I like fell back into some bad habits that you see in the video. Trigger warning before you watch it, but yeah, like if you are interested in any of that, please follow. That's what I do. That's what I do. But work today was pretty calm. My supervisor is very good, and she's made it to where things are not super stressful for me. I cannot find an opening on him to save my life. Maybe I'm not supposed to find an opening yet. Also, I really want people to follow me on Twitch. I'm actually going to, like... Okay, I don't know why I did that. I got greedy. I thought he would stop. I thought he would stop, but he didn't. He didn't stop at all. I'm also sitting here trying to decide... Like, this is stuff I talk about. I'm trying to decide when to eat. I'm a single lady, so I feed myself. And I have to decide every day when to eat, what to eat, what I want to eat, what I want to make. Ugh. The answer is I don't know. I've heard people like skipping meals. Like I take ADHD medicines, and I've heard people like skipping meals and, you know, losing weight on this medicine. I don't see how, because if I don't eat, I get sick. That's why I have to eat. Like, I can feel it in my body, and I think I take too many medicines to skip out on foods and meals and things. So I have to eat. I have to eat. And I have protein and stuff too, in case I need, like, emergency food. Like, if I didn't eat enough during the day and I wake that night sick, I'll have some protein ready for me. Because I've had to do that before. A little hack. It's for when you're 30 and your body's doing weird things. Like getting sick at nighttime randomly and you don't know why. And you're like, what the frick? Why am I sick? Because I have to figure out... Oh, I'll tell a little story about that. So random story. I used to, like, I don't even know where to start the story. I have no idea where to start. I used to get panicky. I kind of have a fear of being nauseous. And specifically and particularly at nighttime when it's bedtime. Where this started was I had a function that I went to with my coworkers where we went to like this place that was really, really fun. They were drinking. They were drinking. And I was not used to that. In hindsight, they really weren't drinking that much because I didn't know that people in college drink more. I didn't drink in college. I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to that, and I don't believe in getting drunk, so have I gotten drunk? I don't know. I think I've accidentally gotten drunk before. But I drank 2 mixed drinks, and then our boss, I wasn't going to drink anything else, but our boss bought us a shot, and I drank it. And also, this is my fault. I only ate one thing that whole entire day. And I was sick, too, so I took NyQuil before I went. I think I took NyQuil and something else. So, I'm like doubled up. Like, I've already got alcohol in my system anyway. And so that night, I lay down in bed, immediately get sick. I get sick, and I'm like, why can't I throw up? You know, I can barely throw up, like nothing's happening. And I was freaking out. Heart pounding. This went on for hours. And my roommate was asleep. and I didn't want to wake her up, so like, and no one was awake because it was late at night, and so I went to the ER because I thought I was having a stroke or something because my dad had a mini stroke, and though I think those were kind of his symptoms, I'm not sure, but I felt so sick. I went to the ER and they just gave me some Zofran, I think it is, to like make my nausea go away, and I felt better. And I went to some sleeping things and woke up and was still nauseous, but I was like, I'm not doing that again. And you know, I was like, I didn't think twice of like why I reacted that way. I was like, being nauseous, like literally in my mind, I was like, being nauseous is the worst thing ever. I never want to be in that situation again. So I did still drink after that, but I didn't drink as much. And time skip. Ooh, time skip. Me and my friend, my roommate, she invited us to the beach with her family, and it was like a week-long trip. And I had some alcohol again. I had like one can that was like a mixed drink or something, and I had some rosé. That was it. And that night, same effects, same thing. Teeth chattering, pale. I'm black, so I don't know. Just showing you, it was so bad that my roommate said I was pale. Like, she said you were pale. Like, you looked awful. And I was like, oh. Like, and that was all for 1 minute. And then I thought about it. I was like, I think I had a panic attack. That's what I had. And then after that, like, it continued to happen. But with my acid reflux, because my acid reflux would make me feel kind of sick. And before, I didn't really think that much about it, but then I realized my acid reflux is making me nauseous. So I'd get the panics at night, and that went on for a while until I got put on omeprazole. And now, I'm not taking omeprazole anymore, but when I get my acid reflux episodes, I'm not suffering that badly because I'm realizing, I think just the knowledge that it was a panic attack was very helpful. Oh my gosh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So yeah, that's my story with panic attacks and nausea if you wanted to hear it. It was always at nighttime, because I just had this fear of being alone, and I didn't know I had like a fear of nausea until I thought about it, because I moved to Nashville, but when I lived back at home as a grown adult, if one thing I could count on my parents for, if I was nauseous at nighttime, they were always awake like late into the night. My dad was, so my mom would be too. And I would go over to their house and I'll be like, I'm nauseous, can I come over? Or I'd be on the phone with them while I was nauseous. And I was like, what am I, like literally when I moved, I was like, what am I gonna do when I'm nauseous? And now I'm like, I have a better handle of being nauseous and being uncomfortable by myself. But I know that's silly to say, but as a grown woman, I like struggle to be by myself when I'm like uncomfortable. And then I had the flu one time that was awful. I flew and like lost weight because of how low my appetite was. That was insane. The flu was insane. I never had the flu before, but that was crazy. I thought I could muscle through it and just go to work. And then one day I woke up out of my mind loopy. What's the break? What's the break? Where'd he go? Oh, that scared the crap out of me. I'm like placating him. It's taking too long to beat. Okay. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to beat him, y'all. Like, probably talking, but also I can talk and fight at the same time, but he's a little tricky. It's not just me, he's a little tricky. He's kind of tricky to fight. How long's it been? 20 minutes? Okay. I gotta get more blood vials. I literally thought I had enough. That's just the result of playing this game, though. You just die over and over again. And that's why I use this game to talk a lot. I really need to throw the trash away in this room. I need to do it with my medicines in my system. And then I need to... I'm trying to think of what to have for dinner. I'm sorry, I got stuck in a little loop of what to eat. Today was supposed to be exercise day, but I had a feeling it wasn't going to be exercise day. I'm going to make myself do it tomorrow. I'm going to dedicate myself to it. And, like, let y'all know so I can hold myself accountable and say, well, I told the people what I was going to do. The people know now. They know now. So you gotta do it. Oh, I hate these dogs. They're so aggravating. Also, I didn't realize the fit I wore at the beginning, I wore that for pretty much almost the whole game. And people usually change their fit at, you know, way before I did. Way before I did. That took a long time. I can't wait to get my medicine. It's supposed to be coming tomorrow, and I did an ADHD thing again where I'm waiting the last minute because I need to tell my supervisor. I was supposed to tell her, like, hey, I gotta pick up my medicines tomorrow and I gotta be at the house to do it. But I have like 3 people coming in for care plans, and I did not know I had that many. That can be my excuse, though. I didn't know I had that many people, so I'm gonna let her know. Gosh, I hate that, though. She's done a lot for me. Little story about her. I was literally scared to be a part of her team because had heard some things about her. And I had like 6 supervisors before her. And then they moved me to her team for whatever reason. And I was like, this is gonna be a nightmare. And okay, a little story about this. To anyone who has ADHD, this is a valuable lesson. So think of the quote. Think of the quote. Give us an inch, we'll take a mile. That's literally what ADHD is sometimes. When I first got to this job, I had a hard time staying on top of things and getting things done. And my friend said, well, she was like, because she's been through this before, she was like, why don't you just have your supervisor help you? Like, why don't you just, like, have him help you to be organized and, like, you know, stay in the office so that you can, like, be by him and just so that you can have more help. And before, I was so resistant to that. I'm like, no, I know how to be organized. I can do it on my own. And I didn't know until later that wasn't true. Because my track record was not good. I had too many late notes a lot. I was really bad at keeping up with my late notes and things, and got written up for them, and like would get in trouble for other things too, or like would have a hard time meeting stats and things like that. And then they didn't put me on her team because of that. I don't think so. But I had a high caseload, like I had like 100. I have like 140 people. And so when I joined her team, I already knew this, and this irritated me at first. Ow. But she already had a plan in place mentally for what she wanted me to do. And she was like, okay, this is the plan. You know, this is the plan. You don't have to worry about running around seeing clients. You just do your job here. She didn't say it like that, but you just see the people who are coming in and you make calls and you do notes and stuff, and you can just hang out at the office and chill out. And I was like, I was like, okay, whatever. I wasn't annoyed by it. I was more like a little annoyed by it, but she would do other things too, and those things would annoy me more. Like, I'm real big on don't touch my stuff. And she would do that. She would be more in my files than I wanted her to, and like be making little corrections and things. But the thing is, I needed her to do that. She's like a handler type supervisor. Like, she genuinely wants me to do well, but she is a little overbearing, but it's actually very good for me and what I need. Like, it's perfect for what I need right now. And I was like literally thinking, Lord, did you do it? Because I was like, I would pray about being overwhelmed at work, and I've been so content with work. Like, recently, just content. Just go to work, come home, that kind of thing. Not overthink things. That I'm like, you know what? I can't complain because she does take a lot of work off of me. And she's really smart. She's really good at what she does, because I will say, other supervisors here, as lean and lax as other supervisors can be here, usually other supervisors I've had were more, how's the word? They were more like, they were not as on top of their stuff as she is. And so I'm like, you know what? She's very on top of her stuff. She knows what she's doing. She's very helpful, and she actually enjoys doing stuff for us. Like, I'm talking to the point where she likes to do my work, you know, and I'm like, whatever. You want more stuff to do, you want to do my work, do my work. That takes more off me and things, and I'm just, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm medicated now. When I was at my last job, I would not, because I had a supervisor kind of like that, except for she was, sorry, I was getting a phone call. She was more so that way. Wait, she was more, I don't know, like she couldn't let go of control of things, but I was her second, meaning I was actually in management, so I was her second in management, and she did not want to share her workload or anything, even though my job was to literally, ooh. Anyway, sorry, I keep getting lost in, because I keep getting a phone call, but I'm not answering that. I'm having family issues. My, and I think I'll talk about it on my live too. It's really upsetting. Or not super upsetting, but like it's upsetting enough, I guess. What was I saying? But she's exactly what I need right now. She's what I need right now, because I was like, you know what? My track record does not precede itself for being responsible with my own caseload and with my own stuff. I have gotten to the point where I'm like, wow, I should be glad I'm not fired, because with how not on top of stuff I have been before. And so yeah, I'm just really glad. You know what? I really do believe it's an answered prayer. I believe it's because things have been more restful, and it's been a lot better recently. So I think like that's also what's helped me to get out of my depression. Um, just how restful things have been at work. Just how nice things have been. Okay. And also just letting some things go and going like, you know what? Everything doesn't have to be clean. Everything doesn't have to be put together. And feeling this sense of peace. That it's gonna be okay. Like, since peace from the Lord, I really believe, because I was praying. Oh, I didn't say I was praying for like half an hour yesterday because I was so just out of sorts, and I also did some L-theanine. Take L-theanine if you do have issues with stress or feeling overwhelmed. It really helps. Or, well, I said L-theanine. Ashwagandha has L-theanine in it sometimes. But I was praying for a while, and it just brought about Lord is, God is good. I'll talk more about that in my life too, I think. Because I haven't done my check-in yet, or, I don't know. Maybe I'll do my check-in first. I'm not sure. It's a little more challenging. It really sucks, though. I think it's gonna be the last time, and I'll go into making food for myself, and then doing my live stuff. Oh gosh, no, hit. Okay, he hit. He hit. He's tricky. He's tricky. The other ones were they were a little simpler. Or not simpler, it was like not as difficult to get them down to half at least. But this is no bueno. Oh, I'm gonna take a break and then I'll be back with my live um tonight at around, I don't know, 7:30 or 8. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, 7:30 or 8. That sounds good. And I will see you soon. I think it'll be a short live. It could be a short live, or I could end up having fun, and it could be longer. But um, yeah. If you want to hop in and hop out, or if you just want to come say hello, or if you just want to come hang out, not say anything, there's no pressure. If you want to body double with me, please do. And I will see you soon in the next video. I think I'm gonna post a feelings check-in as well. Thank you so much to anyone for watching. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you soon. Bye.